All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome to Phlox'em and the finals of the Keyforge Team League. Uh, this is very short notice, as most of these have been for me, but that's great because I love getting to cover these, and this will be an awesome matchup. So, if you haven't been following, we have two Sloppy Labwork teams in the finals for the Keyforge Team League. This is very, very impressive. Huge kudos to the Sloppy Labwork team. But now it's time to see which trio of that team is going to be on top. We can see Quick Draw and Not Tonight already had their match. I believe that was over on Anxious Pirates stream, Astron's stream. So go check out that VOD. It's a great watch. But now we've got BHawk versus Crusader in Archon. I think they're ready to go. So let's take a look at the decks really quick. I think we've seen both of these on here before. Crusader's deck, Vergazer, the Bandit, Survivalist. This is going to be Winds of Exchange, Trader token. Lots of pips, lots of disruption in the Unfathomable. Hold the line for some draw, and then corner the market can really just shut down any answers your opponent might have for a turn. And BHawk over here. There are several recordings of BHawk's deck being played in this tournament, and they have not gotten actually reviewed by any of the content creators yet, so maybe we'll go back and grab some of those. But terrifying deck. Scholar spam, very good at it. Again, Unfathomable and Equidon, so almost the same houses here. Only difference is going to be the Saurian versus the Star Alliance, but these decks are going to be nasty. So let's let them know we are good to go. And of course, in true Crusader style, the game was made in... Oh, what's the password? Game was made in beginner because Crusader has to. Welcome in, Not Tonight. Sure thing. It's a Friday afternoon. I can take 45 minutes off to do something fun, right? We'll just try KTL. Oh, sweet. All right. So again, this is probably a matchup. Been a while since I've seen a Crusader. That is probably true, but always good to have you here. I don't know how much these two have played this matchup before. I'm guessing it's been a decent amount being teammates, but you know, they can always surprise you. So we'll just see what happens. I'm waiting on the start. Let me see if there's something. Yeah. And we've got readies. Oh, that's true. Rematch in round one. So I got to watch JG and JT Russell do theirs, and it sounds like they're actually doing theirs. Are they doing it in person this week? Or no? Is JG at Albany? I thought I saw something about them doing theirs in person, but maybe I'm wrong about that. But that's a rematch of one that I actually got to cover of their triad match, but I did not get to cover this match in round one. They both, oh, JT and JDG have changed decks for their triad. Really? JDG did? Or are they doing that just for the finals because that makes it more fun since they've already played with the same matchup? All right, so we've got Crusader on the bottom again on the Trader tokens and BHawk on the top with the Scholar tokens. Should be a fast matchup if nothing else. Both of these decks are going to be high in the Amber Pips, high in Amber Generation, but also high in Disruption. So I think that could actually play a pretty big role in sort of when that stuff comes out. It could be a really big deal. Crusaders does have the Adult Swim, which can really do a lot, and the Catch and Release, which are both very good against the Scholars, being someone who has a pretty decent Scholar deck. Catch and Release especially can be brutal after you've built up that big hand from all of the Scholar Reaping. To just lose all of it to Catch and Release can be very strong. We have, an a nasty Beware the Ides there that has the damage pip on it, so able to take out the token, and then the Beware the Ides itself being able to take out the Fathom Reaver. So pretty perfect little response there, but we do have the Sandhopper and a Belligerent Guard coming down from Crusader. Let's see, I don't think there's any artifact control in BHawk's deck. So getting that Sandhopper down early game one here could be a pretty big deal for Crusader. Do you see the Phalanx Strike coming through? We'll see if there's any exalting here. We do see the Scholar get exalted just to do a little bit more damage. That is a lot of Saurian cards already out the gate here. We're on at least 6 of our Saurian cards, and we don't know if either of these two Scholars are Saurian as well, but pretty big start there, but no trainers yet. So we'll see a response here from Crusader. Starlance Call getting some tokens down. Photon Blast going to take out the wards on both of those. Let's see. 2 Photon Blasts. All right, so really a great answer to the tokens there. And we do see at least one more of those was another Saurian card. So lots of the early dinos coming out early there for BHawk as well as that Kaup. So some of that disruption gone. And we do have 2 tokens on the board now with the Sandhopper down. All kinds of different things that could be happening with this setup next turn for Crusader. And a quick turn from BHawk, just getting the Fathom Reaver down and then some poison on that Scholar. Try and keep it alive a little longer, but I would imagine we see a Equidon turn here from Crusader, but without seeing hands, it's going to be hard to know for sure. Looks like a pretty good turn for that, though, especially with BHawk being on check. But you do have really answers for the Fathom Reaver in a couple different ways, able to do some stealing, and then we'll see what happens with the Sandhopper and everything. Crusader taking a second just to kind of think through where to go this turn, probably trying to decide if it's worth taking the taking BHawk off check here or maybe having a more efficient turn, but we'll see. Welcome in, Good. Let's see, I think I just watched the game, one of yours with either Murph was commentating on, maybe? I don't remember. But I saw one of your games recently, which is fun. Okay, so we do see the Equidon Call here, Scrap Scrounger with a draw pip, so might see the Sandhopper hitting that, or just the Belligerent Guard to get some extra amber. Belligerent Guard with an amber pip on it, and Sandhopper is not bad. Does give some draws to BHawk, but it's a lot of amber generation or creature control if you need it, so we will see. Probably trying to decide here what to do with the Sandhopper. Again, there's lots of options, especially with us not knowing what's under those tokens, if it's worth losing them. Okay, does just go for the Scrap Scrounger just to get a little bit more draw and another token down. Oh no, with the CR Hawkins going to get some amber. I was thinking it was another Scout Chief. But CR Hawkins getting some burst there, and then we'll see that Scrap Scrounger coming back down. And I don't know, I'm not very practiced with traders. I never really know how important it is to steal with them versus just reaping. I would imagine you maybe just do one of them, especially if it's a card you want to get back. You just reap with the other and steal one just to keep BHawk off check. But the problem is you're also haven't dealt with these two yet, and I would imagine we at least want to kill probably just this Scholar. The Fathom Reaver is less of a problem on its own without the token support. It's true, but what do we have here on BHawk's side for creature control? Phalanx Strike is already gone. Pull up stakes, and then Market Crash isn't going to hit them. Spartosaur could blow up a lot of them, but there's not a whole lot of ping damage in BHawk's deck here. So we do see first one blown up to steal, and that's just going to be a steward anyways, so not a huge deal, but that's a good call with two closed door. You definitely don't want to let BHawk Forge there, because then you set up sort of an old bait and switch turn, but we do see the pull-up stakes as well. So actually a pretty brutal turn from Crusader here, getting some steal, getting some creature control, some disruption, and going up to 9 amber. Only stole with... Oh no, we did steal with both traders. Okay. I was thinking the other one got bounced back before it was used, but these players are better than that. And the trash talking begins. Crusader is not afraid of BHawk. So going to 9 amber is still a little bit scary with the closed door negotiations, but at this point, with sort of the lead that Crusader's in, there's a lot less value in closed doors just because of all the draw that's going to get you and everything, and still doesn't take Crusader off check. So just the one so far. We'll see what else comes down from Equidon. Get higher on, which does get archived. And the Esquire and the Market Crash. So willing to take those chains there just to kill 2 creatures, but get you 1 more token on the board as well. So some good and bad there from BHawk, but again, not knowing hands. Probably just trying to get that Equidon out and then force Crusader to deal with these 2 tokens now with an empty board. I haven't seen any more Saurian cards tokenized now. We didn't get to see what the one was that was bounced. And there's the Adult Swim, also a very good card against these tiny tokens. We've got the Abyssal Sight now. Blowing up the trader, we'll see what gets discarded, but killing one of the trainers here would be huge for Crusader to really slow down any more Saurian momentum. It's always tough to know. Putting those 2 tokens back on top, that might have been one of BHawk's trainers that he was sad to tokenize, but getting the value here is probably worth it. Is there only 1 trainer in this deck? Oh, there is. This is an impressive deck for only 1 trainer. It does a lot, but the Spartosaur and then all that Unfathomable Disruption really helps set up for it. And the Unfathomable especially is making tokens while it's doing the disruption, right? So pretty strong. We do see what was discarded there. One of the Fathom Reavers. So just a quick drop in some creatures and passing turn there for BHawk. Does exalt the Ballistego, just wants to make sure there's some creature control. Yeah, the 3 Fathom Reavers is scary for sure, but I think... Yeah, only seen 1 of them so far. Okay, some fast turns. We just got a bunch of upgrades coming down for Crusader, and then some more Unfathomable for BHawk. So another one of those Fathom Reavers coming down. What do we have on creature control for Crusader? Photon Blasts are gone. We do have possible catch and release, but not super strong. I guess there's the mass buyout as well. And we do see the Aquidon call here, so yep, that's what we're going to see. Worth it for the killing that board especially. Let's take a look at what we lost. Token was just the swapper, so not a huge deal there, but a lot of that disruption out of the way. We do still have 2 Befuddles and the Abyssal Sight to see from BHawk's deck, though, so it could be a lot of disruption coming out soon. Visible Hand shows us Guildspine School, Trading Frenzy, Toxicuda Venom, Rogue Operation, and Belligerent Guard. So we're going to see a few more of those come down, and then tons of tokens. And this is, again, going to really stretch BHawk's creature control. Befuddle against this hand doesn't really do a whole lot to you. See that Belligerent Guard come back down. Not going to be able to remove the Guildspine School this turn. which could be important. Yeah, we could see the second closed door coming because we have not seen that yet. But again, with all those unfathomable actions, we could see some of those coming through too. But I mean, this 11 amber on Crusaders and a corner the market. Oh, and trading frenzy. Okay, well, so no CDN, and that is basically check for key 3 in one turn. So very, very rough situation for BHawk. Again, none of these are red ying, so Crusader going to have to figure out a way to remove that if he wants to get this kind of threat of these traders. But I mean, BHawk has to fish for some kind of amber control answer here, and there's not a ton of those in here. Crushing Deep, we have seen go already. What else? Some capture pips. There's still going to be one more closed door. BHawk saying that is rough, and it is rough. And this is not only interfering with my workday, but also with my dog's bathroom schedule. So hopefully they can finish this out quick. Okay, so we see pull-up stakes, exo shell, and trading frenzy all getting discarded and archived there. There's one other card in archives. That would be the yeah, there was no closed door. I keep wanting to say control of the week because that's the other one that starts with C. That's an acronym. But closed door. Oh, the other one is higher on. So could be a pretty big Equidon turn after this from Crusader. But it's also going to have to deal with, well, yeah, it's a lot of amber control if they found it. Oh, there's a befuddle as well. So that's going to stop any Equidon, I would imagine, because that's going to be the strongest. Yeah. Chooses Saurian. Yeah, so you can only call Saurian. Yeah. I think, let's see, there's no, yeah, that'll probably be it. Do have the Spartosaur, which, yeah, is going to be able to clear the board now without offering to kill a Gog, but it's just too late. Wow. So, pretty intense game one there from Crusader, getting lots of value off of that Sandhopper, and really just having the disruption first. Again, we know there's a lot of disruption in BHawk's deck, but we just did not see any of it. Neither Befuddle made it in, nor the Abyssal Sight. Another Fathom Reaver, none of those sat there for the game, so really big. But GG's to Crusader, and on to game 2 here. Once he's done doing whatever it is he's doing, posting this probably in their Discord just to taunt BHawk. All right. And here we go. BHawk going first this time. I didn't catch who went first game. I think it was also BHawk. BHawk is not going to be goaded into rushing this. Really wants to think it through, make sure everything's ready to go. It's friendly banter though, right? Not tonight. This is just playing games with the Crusader. Yeah, typical Crusader. Okay, and we've got the Warded Scholar turn 1, so we're going to get that efficiency engine going early. Oh, but the Guiltspine School is a tough one, again, with only one Legionary Trainer. It is a little bit more impactful against these Scholars, but that one Legionary Trainer can make it a lot more one-sided than you would like. But 4 traders on the board this early can be a lot of pressure. Again, BHawk's creature control is a little bit interesting in how it works. It's a little bit more, well, really, that Spartosaur is huge. Okay, so just another Scholar coming down, and the Grammaticus Thrax, but they're all going to be exhausted because of the Guiltspine School. They are sad Scholars, but you also have sad Traders, Crusaders, so fair's fair. Also appreciate everyone being here to watch this. I know the Vault Tour is going on right now. I was actually had that on in the background while I was working, but with these finals matches, definitely want to cover them if we have a chance. So it's worth it. Do we see the Talent Scout? That did not come out last game. Unlikely to hit some of that Saurian strength here, just because we've had 2 Saurian turns already from BHawk. They probably would have come out by now. But we'll see what gets pulled. We don't get to see the hand in this case. Plays a belligerent card from BHawk's hand. Just going to give BHawk a draw. We'll see if we have the pull-up stakes combo here, which is just such a strong combo with a Talent Scout, because you might be able to get one of these as well. Yeah, there's plenty of good targets. I wonder if we see a fight here from the guard to take this ward off and then bounce everything, but only if we have that pull-up stakes in hand. Ooh, it's just going to be a fight on the Grammaticus Thrax, so trying to just get rid of some of the bigger dudes on the board, anything that's ready, and just really starting to threaten with this Equidon lineup. Pipped out Stuart Suzanne coming down. Okay. And a Trading Frenzy, so big Equidon turn here for Crusader. Are there other pips on this? Just deciding where this Amber needs to go. Seems like you do it on the Talent Scout, because your goal is to probably try and bounce that, and then I don't know what you capture onto on your side. Okay, just goes on the Scholar. Goes on the Guiltspine School here. So Crusader may be planning to just keep that Guiltspine School down for a while, just to really minimize these Scholars as far as their threat. BHawk with pull-up stakes first. Tricky call, though. You do give the Talent Scout back there. And the Amber. Captured Amber goes back, so choosing to keep the Warded Scholar. And now we'll see what gets bounced on Crusader's side. I'd imagine the Belligerent Guard, just because that's going to get back into your hand for value. The real question is, do you bounce the Guiltspine School? Choose not to. Do you see a closed door there? 2 for 1 Amber, so nothing too crazy. And then the Guard is just going to kill the Guiltspine. Okay. Pretty solid turnaround there for BHawk. Not quite the check, but just leaving Crusader with a bunch of unusable tokens and a pretty clunked up hand of Equidon. We'll see. Does not have his own closed door. Time for Crusader to think this time. Was a lot of clogging up the hand. What all? I need to see what all got bounced. Because we know it was the Scrap Scrounger and another Equidon creature, and then it must have been some of the tokens, right? And then the Belligerent Guard, so... Well, we don't know if the one token was... Or did he have 3 other Equidon creatures? We don't know what the token was, but really, with these tokens not being ready, it's a lot more clunky, because the question is, do you hold those Equidon creatures that just got bounced to wait until these are ready? But what are the odds that they're even going to be alive by the time this is over? Welcome in, Architect. Good to see you. We're doing just a quick coverage of one of our final matches here for the KTL. And we do see Starlines being called, going to get some tokens, going to get some damage. Welcome in, Amber Medias. We are on Game 2. Crusader took Game 1 of this Archon series, and so we're kind of just right in the thick of it here for Game 2. 5 Amber to 5 Amber, board against board, and here is the Legionary Trainer. Crusader asking if the Spartan is coming. We do see the Spartosaur, so this Scholar most likely just going to fight into something on this side and do a one-sided board wipe. That's rough. It's very rough for Crusader. We know Crusader still has a couple Equidon creatures in hand. Predictable, but very, very strong. That Spartosaur is really brutal, especially when you're getting ready creatures coming in with your Legionary Trainer that can just fight really quick, clear the board, and keep moving. And next turn, we could either see another Dino turn, or, again, there's so much disruption from both of these Unfathomable that we haven't seen this match yet. See Equidon being called, but we are future boosting. Maybe making a token or two, gonna make sure it's the right cards. Could be our own pull-up stakes. Mass buyout. Lots of sloppy on sloppy violence. What else was going on today? Did JT and Quick Draw have to play each other? Ah, that's unfortunate. That always happens, though. You always end up playing the people you came with, like, so early. Okay, so the mass buyout and then also the pull-up stake, so not getting that value with the Talent Scout, but a very needed board control there to remove both the trainer and the Spartosaur from the game now for at least a little bit, and reestablishing and going to check. Okay, so we do have a Befuddle stopping from playing anything but Star Alliance. So even with the Sandhopper, you still can only play Star Alliance creatures. Might be worth just going into Equidon and Reaping here, but again, always hard to know without seeing hands. And we do have the Figurific Rod and Offering to Killigog coming down as well, and the Crushing Deep going, so that is, again, some important Amber control from BHawk's side. Who won? Not tonight. I haven't been able to see too much of the standings since I've been here, but JT got it. Okay. Today is just the sealed, so hopefully they're both, just taking it in stride. This is the fun day, or it should be the funner day. Do you see a hold the line for no value SV3 lander? Going to get us another token down and some future boosting happening. And capture pip, where'd that capture pip come from? Off the hold the line. Okay. Capturing one on Scrap Scrounger. Okay, Equidon coming down. And then that Killigog just being used to create more tokens. Also a very good card that I have not really gotten to play with much myself. Quick Draw has the style points of playing an Archon deck. That is fair, and also I would expect no less of him, but it's tough. It's just Grim Reminders, a mostly Grim Reminders field is just going to have some brutal games. Sealed or Archon. Okay, so we have the Trading Frenzy there as well, putting Amber onto the Trader, so making it a little bit sketchier to steal with, but not too crazy. Crusader really needs to get rid of that top. Wow, Esquire pretty soon here. I know Daisy. Sorry, my dog is. Might need a quick 5 minutes after this game. We'll see. She has her schedule. All right, Crusader, having a think again, have not seen much Unfathomable from either side up till now. A little bit more from BHawk's side, but this could be a pretty big Unfathomable turn. Lander's not really doing too much for you yet. Chooses to go Equidon just to use the board. Okay, so we could see some Sandhopper shenanigans here as well, just to get some stuff. Maybe we see that corner of the market, just to kind of slow things down for a little bit. Daisy is... we can call her a good dog, but oh, it's not always true. She's kind of a butt. She's very distrustful of other dogs. Okay, so we just see Reaps across the board. We have Higher On for another token. And we don't know if the top was future boosted to the bottom or if we know what this token is and gonna Sandhopper it. We'll see. Crusader has a plan here. Higher On getting archived as well. One is enhanced with the drop hip, so it's pretty strong to just have in there. Kelpminder comes down, so kind of just getting some spare creatures out of the way, and we do see the corner the market. So no plays for BHawk this turn, just going to be archiving and using the board. Not at check, so that does not going to mean a key for Crusader, but it is going to mean hopefully the chance to kind of get that Unfathomable Disruption, slowing BHawk down more the rest of this game. Yeah, still haven't seen the Abyssal Sight. I thought I saw Befuddle, but maybe that was just from BHawk's side. Okay, so several cards getting discarded here. 2-arm the Plebeians, and then a Longosaur Lector. And then offering to Killigog, just going to kill a token there and get another card under it. Just ready to come back out when the Legionary Trainer cycles. It's got to be tempting to just keep going Equidon here, but you got to know that there's a big turn coming with all that archiving. So we do see Unfathomable, so we'll probably see some... yeah, either Befuddle or really could be a lot of things, but this could be a pretty brutal turn as well for BHawk. Yeah, they didn't make hands visible. That would have been sad if I was just watching half of this and they actually had the hands visible and I was just sitting here ignoring it. So quick Unfathomable call, but not making actions very quick. We are going to see the fight there to make an extra token and get that captured Amber back on the Esquire and just shut down that token making engine. We are going to see the Abyssal Sight also hitting the Kelpminder there. Let's see what gets discarded. Got to be some pretty good options at this point. Probably going to be more Unfathomable, but what's really going to be interesting is if there's the Befuddle to follow this up with, because that could basically shut down another turn for BHawk, being able to see the hand first. We know Saurian is in archives. And then I did not see, I should have checked what was put under the offering to kill a Gog, but I don't think it was, that was just some Equidon creatures. So taking a think here on the Abyssal site. Probably lots of different options at this point of what to hit. Might also mean he does not have the Befuddle to follow this up with. We hit a closed door. Okay. So wanting to make sure this key goes through. It's both closed door now, right? Yeah. So again, lots of that amber control gone for BHawk. So might just be trying to race to the end here. Toxicuta Venom gonna kill that last Scholar on the board. Goes on the Scrap Scrounger. It's all about if we see that Befuddle. If we see a Befuddle here, it's going to be very, very tough for a BHawk to get back into it. Future Booster, though, might mean we're not seeing that, so... Yeah, choosing between... I mean, BHawk could have... Oh, wait. Did I? Did I miss something? Oh, the Abyssal Site was the token. I was like, how'd that token get there? How'd that Abyssal Site get there? So, probably a sigh of relief there from Crusader, too, that that token was also a high-value card for BHawk. So, yeah, we could still see... I mean, it could be double Befuddle in BHawk's hand. Or just one Befuddle left? Yeah, just one Befuddle left. So, there you go. So, not really a whole lot of disruption left for BHawk as well. Could just be a couple of the Fathom Reavers. And Crusader is still thinking about what's going on with this future booster, it seems. What else do we have? Crushing Deep is gone. And there's the double Pip Befuddle. Can only play Saurian, so interesting. Wants BHawk to play that Saurian stuff out of the archives, but knowing there's no creature control in there. Yeah, that was a brutal turn from Crusader there. Okay, we get a couple more tokens coming out and dumping out that offering to Kilogog just to represent a big board of scholars. Let's see. Did we see the Adult Swim did get discarded, so not necessarily a great creature control answer to this board, but gotta imagine you just gotta get as much amber this turn as you need now with both of the closed doors gone. Because there's... Yeah. Just the Crater Marius for Amber Control in Saurian, so even going back into Saurian here for BHawk doesn't necessarily give you answers to check. Yeah, Crusader did discard Adult Swim. I mean, it does hit a lot of his own stuff, does give the Amber back. Oh, we see the Talent Scout. Just the disruption we're seeing this game is crazy from Crusader, just all over the place, taking all of BHawk's tools. But I think, yeah, the Adult Swim is a tough call either way, but I can understand it. I think just knowing Saurian can draw a lot, but it doesn't necessarily answer if you just go to check here, which calling Equidon, you're definitely going to check here. Takes one of the Fathom Reavers just to kind of add some insult to injury. Going to reap across the board, going to 9 amber. Hire on to make another token and draw another card. Oh, actually, does it? It did make a token, didn't it? Were there 2 left in the draw? Nothing left to future booster. We are going to see the Sandhopper, return the Steward, just going to get more Amber here, and play a second Fathom Reaver. No more tokens left to make, though. And Steward coming down, going to check at 10 Amber. I'm not sure there's too many options here for BHawk. We see just reaping out across the board with those Scholars. Making some more tokens. Praetor Marius does come down, but there's no way to ready and use it this turn. So Crusader wins it in 2-0 against BHawk. Wow. That is insane. Great games. That was impressive and kind of terrifying. Like, I would say Crusaders is the less on paper, it's not the first one I would be scared of. It's still very scary, but you could just see how much disruption happened there. It was crazy disruption, especially against something that really needs to get this sort of multiple turns in the same house. Yeah, a bandit. So that means it's already a win out for Meticulous Plotting. Is that right? JG and JT, I'm sure will still play theirs, but that is 2-0 so far in the team finals. And Crusader got revenge from round 1. So now they'll need to have their own rematch, best of 3 Archon, and I'll have to try and cover that too, as if I can. JT can do plotting now. Aptly named team. But yeah, man, fantastic. And like, again, hopefully we get to see that game as well, because it'll, I'm sure, be a fantastic game. But this entire league has been so awesome. I encourage everyone who's watching, get in on this next time if you didn't. Be watching for next season, which should be starting pretty soon here. And huge shout out, as always, to Archon for organizing all of the content creators. We love doing this. Love these players, love these teams. It's been a blast. I don't know what's getting talked about here now. I should probably get back to work, but thanks to everyone for tuning in. Thank you, Crusader and BHawk, for getting me on board to stream this, and we will see you all later. I'll have this up on YouTube pretty soon here. We'll try and get that out fast so people can watch it, especially if you were watching the Vault Tour. But yeah, thanks all for watching. We will see you later.